In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to transfer a Lovable project to GitHub. We'll walk through the full connection process so you can move your project into a GitHub repository and enable ongoing synchronization between the two platforms. This is useful if you want version control, easier collaboration, or a more standard development workflow outside of Lovable. To get started, open your project in Lovable and head into the project settings. In many cases, you can also find this by clicking the GitHub icon in the top navigation bar. Both paths are intended to bring you to the area where Git integration is managed, so use whichever option is visible in your workspace. Once you're in Settings, look for the section labeled Connectors, Git, or GitHub. The exact wording may vary slightly depending on your workspace layout, but you're looking for the place where external repository connections are configured. This is where you'll set up the transfer. From there, click the option to connect your GitHub account. You'll be prompted to authorize GitHub through OAuth, which is the standard secure sign-in flow used to let one service connect to another without sharing your password directly. Follow the authorization prompts and approve the connection so Lovable can access the repositories it needs to work with. After your GitHub account is connected, the next part is installing the Lovable app. Choose the option to connect the project, then select whether you want to install it under your personal GitHub account or under an organization. This choice matters because it determines where the new repository will be created. If you're working on team projects, make sure you select the correct destination before continuing. Next, choose Install and Authorize. This grants Lovable the repository permissions required to create and sync your project with GitHub. If GitHub asks you to confirm permissions, review them carefully and continue once everything looks correct. Finally, initialize the repository sync. Select the target GitHub account or organization where the repository should live, then confirm the action by clicking Transfer Anyway. At this point, Lovable will create the GitHub repository and begin two-way code synchronization. That means changes made through Lovable can be reflected in GitHub, and your project will now have a proper repository backing it. Once the transfer is complete, it's a good idea to verify that the repository appears in GitHub and that the initial files have synced correctly. And that's it. Your Lovable project is now connected to GitHub and ready for a smoother, more flexible development workflow.